This video is for you if you are ready to get your weekly spread set up in your bullet journal and get started on the right foot for your week to come. Or maybe you're midweek, maybe you're watching this on a Wednesday or Tuesday, I don't judge. All right, we got brand new clean pages and we are finally in the month of February. Didn't January seem to be about 6.5 years long? I felt that way. So I'm glad to be on to the next month. And now I'm going to just put in the upper corner with a marker, just put the month. February. I have to talk myself through the spelling of that every single time. And now I'm going to put my calendar stamp. If you are interested in purchasing this calendar stamp for your very own, it is available on Etsy, and in the description box I do have a little link. You can use that maybe. Look at that. It is a February. And now, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to highlight the week. Hey everyone, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory before we continued. So the title of this video is The One Change I Could Have Made Years Ago. Well, that one change was actually a very simple thing. It was using an erasable gel pen. So for years and years of journaling, I've been struggling with either ballpoint pens, or in the last 5 years, I've been using just regular gel pens that don't erase. And I just would either cross the mistakes out. I have so many mistakes because my mind moves 10,000 times faster than my hands. Or I would use just rolls and rolls of correction tape, or I would scribble it out, cross it out, whatever I needed to do. So it's like I could have saved myself all of that. So I'm going to challenge you. What is something in your life that is just extremely small and stupid that is kind of inconveniencing you? Like maybe a table in your house that is kind of wobbly and you keep putting stuff underneath the legs so that the legs are all the same length, otherwise it'll wobble. Things like that. What can you fix? And I challenge you to go ahead and fix that thing or take care of that thing, run that errand, whatever it is. So for this week, I'm going to try these erasable pens out. And now I'm going to try with my erasable gel pen. I'm going to try and write the intention of the week. I intend to keep looking for those tiny things I have refused to change, or those weights on my shoulders that I stubbornly carry just because I can. How can I lighten the load? And I'm going to put in my habit tracker. Yes, this little eraser already is coming in quite handy. Pretty much this whole thing I had to redo because I wanted to get things in the proper order. I still don't know if it's right. I may go back and do some more, but that's for right now. It's okay. And now I'm going to make some boxes, and I will put my first quarter goals, and then I will put my goals for the week. Still going to put, I think I still should have enough space, so I'll just go ahead and make sure that I reserve a couple of lines down at the bottom, and I'm going to cut this like that. So what I will do in these boxes is I will put the following 2 weeks from now. So I have February 9th through the 15th, February 16th through the 22nd. So yes, this way I can say, okay, what's coming? So this week we're on the 2nd through the 8th, but what's coming up next week? And what's coming up the week after that? I like to know. So I wanted to put it here so I can start to plan. There you go. All right, and now, yay, I'm going to put our quote of the week right here. Okay, so our quote of the week is, be not afraid of growing slowly. Be afraid of standing still. And that's a Chinese proverb. All right, and now I will take my ruler, if I can find it, and I will make sections on this page for each day of the week. Oh, I see you, ruler. You're way back there. So obviously your notebook might be different, but I have done the algebra. I have done the equations, and I know algebra. And so I know that 6 dots for each space is an adequate amount of space to do what I need to do for each day. But yeah, when you get a new notebook, definitely take some time and figure out like how many dots across, how many dots down, which dot is in the middle, in the very middle of the page. It's very helpful if you have a dotted journal to know those things. Yes, so you can be precise if you want to, or just not care, which I don't usually care most of the time, but sometimes I do, and that's okay. Caring is okay. Now we've got our 7 sections, for one for each day of the week, and then I'll go ahead and write the date. All right. Oops. And now I'm going to make sure that I'm roughly about halfway I always say halfway down, but it's halfway across the page. And I'm going to make some check boxes so that I can have my to-do list and give myself that dopamine. No, not for Sunday. All right. Yes. Yes, I am always satisfied when I check something, when I put my little X in the box for the to-do. That always, and drawing the boxes is always fun for me as well. So that's something that will probably never change. Sunday I'll put a heart, just to remember to be kind to myself, to give myself a little self-care because it's Sunday. But I do have my planning time, which is, oops, look at me, I can erase. All right, so planning time is between 10:30 to 12:30 on Sundays. Just having that time on Sunday just to kind of refocus, figure out what my goals are, what I want to put my energy toward, and plan and get myself together for the week. That is really helpful, and it makes me feel so much better every time that I do it. I do want to put something else here. Now this week might be a little tricky because I will be out of town, and I'm hanging out with my friend. Let me take 2 hours and just write in my journal. That might not work. So I will actually, that may be tentative for Sunday. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely want to take some time to go for a walk in Chicago. Walk. If it's not too cold out, that is. I'll put weather permitting. I ain't trying to die. Weather permitting. There we go. I'm going to ponder this. I'm going to fill some of this out later. On this side, I would put appointments, events. Sometimes I do a little light time blocking. I might just say, okay, from 9 to 10, I'm going to do this. From 10 to 12, I'll do this, whatever. So I do that. Sometimes I try to just not make the page too crowded. So I'm trying to avoid that and give the time blocking its own separate page, but it just depends on the mood that I'm in. And then I put my to-dos over here and I cross the box when I'm done. So this pen, I like it. I like that I can erase, so that is a weight off my shoulders. I don't know, the writing experience is different. I can't put my finger quite on why it is. I think the tip does drag a little bit on the page. Sometimes the ink is it doesn't come out as smoothly as it would with my regular gel pen, but I don't know if that's like just because the tip is so fine or what's going on. So maybe I'll try a different pen, like a different brand, or maybe try a larger tip of pen. I don't know. But yes, I'll keep working with it. I do love that I can erase now. That is everything. But at the same time, I will be using the correction tape sometimes, just because I'll have things like this. I used correction tape here to cover up the page number so I could write my quote of the week. Correction tape is not dead to me, but yeah, maybe I could use the erasable pens for my to-do lists and still use my old standby pens. Who knows? The point is that we're being open to change, even small, ridiculous changes such as this. Anyway, that's my weekly spread. Thank you so much for joining me. Leave me a comment down below if you have made any small changes in your life that you're very proud about, or if you wanted to just tell us how stubborn you've been over something that is small in your life, because I am there with you. I still have plenty of things to change. So I will give you, for now, the upside down wave goodbye. Have a good week.